Hey, how you guys doing? This is Rich from Rich to Be Live, and today I'm going to be speaking to you about Vemanti Group Inc. Vemanti Group Inc. All right. Hope you're all having a good day. Vemanti Group Inc. Let's take a look here. And they're currently at 37 cents. And I want to get into all of this with you today. We're going to get into Vemanti Group in detail and figure out what is going on with this company and what their plans are. Now, I've done a lot of research and I've done a lot of due diligence on Vemanti Group. I feel like this company is underappreciated, undervalued, underexposed. I don't think too many people know this company. My job, my modus operandi is to bring visibility to this company. If this company has a chance to be a huge winner, we want to make sure we know about it first. And we want to make sure that the members within the community have a chance to get to be a part of this deal before it explodes. That has been our modus operandi from day one. And that's exactly where we're at. This is Vemanti Group Inc. discussing a $30 million in financing from institutional capital partners with the Stock Day podcast.
This is the Stock Day Podcast, sponsored by InvestorsHangout.com. Subscribe to us on iTunes and YouTube.
Currently at 37 cents.
Stock news and interviews. Public information on OTC, pink sheets, and microcap stocks from around the world. Here's your host, Everett Jolly.
On today's show, I'm bringing back a returning company that was on my show back in August. We're talking about no other than VMT. They trade on the OTC markets under the ticker symbol VMNT. And with us today is the CEO and chairman of the company, founder also, Mr. Tan Tram. Tan, welcome back to the show.
Good morning, Everett. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Big news. You guys had big news last week. Congratulations on getting $30 million from the institute.
$30 million, guys.
Wow. That's huge, and it's definitely going to make some big improvements and some impact on your company. Tell us a little bit about it, if you would.
Well, thank you, Everett. First of all, let's be clear that this is a result of many months of hard work by many people in our company, and also from our partners, Axial and Variant. I have many people to thank for, and I feel so fortunate to have the level of support that I have around me. As I have stated many times, getting funding from institutional players is not an easy task at all. People who have done it can certainly attest to this. Not only this is a tremendous accomplishment, given the ongoing global pandemic is also a major stepping stone for us. Getting this deal done has given us huge credibility and exposure to the investment community. It literally puts us in a different league and already has placed us on the watch list of many investment bankers and funds. Honestly, I've just been getting a lot of meeting requests. I guess it's true that bankers are more willing to give you money when they think you don't need money, Everett.
I've heard that.
Yeah. But anyhow, back to your question. Our mission has always been about making an impact and be a game changer. What we're doing now with our P2P lending platform is about going after low-hanging fruit to prove our business model and the addressable market. There needs to be a lot more in terms of product diversifications when you're looking to be a dominant player in a $100 billion market. The new funding obviously allows us to increase our current lending capacity and generate more revenues, but it also gives us the resources to deploy new product offerings. You see, we're not out to be just an alternative lender to the SMEs. What we want to build is a decentralized financial ecosystem where individuals and businesses can transact directly across borders without using a bank as an intermediary. I'm talking about rolling out products such as P2P payments, SME level corporate bonds, and equity crowdfunding. And not just in our current footprint, but also to other markets in Southeast Asia. So clearly, we'll need a lot more capital to make that happen. $30 million might sound like a lot, but actually what I call just gas money in terms of what, going forward. Seriously.
Right.
Yeah, the good news is we already have the foundation to scale. And now we're supported by two multi-billion-dollar funds. So all we have to do is to go out and execute. And with fintech in high demand and with SME, the SME markets in Southeast Asia are becoming a global economic driver for the next 20, 30 years. The sky's the limit for us. For VMNT, first of all, is all about shareholder value, right? The math is quite simple. The new capital injection allows eLoan to generate more revenues and profits, which in turn increases its valuation. Simply put, we now have a portfolio company that's on its way to be a $100 million company. The question you should be asking me is whether we have plans to make eLoan a wholly owned subsidiary of VMNT. Well, it's a bit early to share with you on the details, but plans are being put together to give us a path of taking controlling interest of eLoan. That, of course, will give us a valuable asset on which we can leverage for other transactions, not to mention how the market will react. The bottom line, Everett, my job first and foremost is always to deliver what's best for the shareholders of VMNT.
Well, the last time you came on the show, I think your stock was trading around 15, 16 cents. It substantially went up from that. That being said, you were on the show and you recently mentioned that you guys were going to uplist, especially on your tweets. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, Everett, we absolutely want to move up. Not only to adhere to higher SEC standards, but also to show the investment community that we're graduated to the next level and we're here to stay. And that is our purpose for the next 6 to 9 months. My thinking is very simple, Everett. A company without purpose is a company without soul. A company without soul is a company that's not going to be very successful. So when we set out to build this company, we already knew where we want to end up. But we also knew that it would take good planning and execution, so we would need to be patient and do things organically in steps. We also felt strongly that in order for us to thrive as a company, we would need a strong base of shareholders who not only believe in what we do, but also willing to play the long game with us. This is why we have always been extremely careful about toxic financing and equity dilution. Simply, we want to protect our shareholders by protecting the capital structure of the company first. So it's never been a question of if, but rather a question of when we would uplist. 2 years ago, we could have uplisted, but we decided to pull back because we wanted to focus our energy and resources on growing eLoan first. So as you know, uplisting is not hard, but there got to be a better reason to do it. It's not just about doing the SEC filings and paying the fees. It's more about our readiness. We wanted to have a compelling business case first. With eLoan developing nicely and with us soon in a position to take control, we feel now is time. We have already engaged with a PCAOB firm to perform our 2018, 19, and 20 audits. The work is actually underway as we speak. Our goal is to be on OTC QB by Q2 2021, and then on to NASDAQ within 2 years. Also, part of the uplisting process requires us to work with a capital markets expert to help create awareness among institutional equity partners. So we've also engaged with a New York-based investment banker to assist us with that, along with the capitalization process regarding eLoan. On top of that, they have an extensive network of brokers and dealers across the country that will help market our stock as well.
So I'm not going to go through the entire podcast, but I want to kind of explain to you why I like this company. First of all, this company was at a penny in June. It's gone from a penny to where it stands today at 37 cents. So it's obviously been already a huge success. And then we can draw the trend here. Now, the thing that really impressed me about this company, now remember, Rich TV Live is strictly for education and entertainment purposes. Always do your due diligence, always do your research before you invest in anything that we talk about here in Rich TV Live. The thing that really impressed me about this company is that they're doing a focus in Vietnam. And I didn't know that Vietnam was the size that it is. I had no clue, but it's a massive market and that is their focus here. So I want to show you what these guys are doing. So Findit closes a $30 million in financing for eLoan and seeks to advance its market-leading position in Vietnam. These guys are really focused on the Vietnam business for small businesses. And essentially what they're doing is they're creating, well, I'm going to break it down for you here. Let's just break it down so I don't even have to explain it. I'm going to break it down in layman's terms. You can see here what they invest in: blockchain applications, telecommunications, fintech, e-commerce, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, cybersecurity, and business productivity. Mainly their focus is blockchain related, cryptocurrency related, okay? Remember, they're at 37 cents. They were at a penny in June. They're now at 37 cents. And I'm going to break down so much as to what I like about this company. So this is the company overview. Okay, who we are. Founded in 2014, Vemanti Group is a Nevada holding corporation headquartered in Newport Beach, California, currently publicly traded on the OTC markets under the symbol VMNT. Now, there are some Canadians that are having troubles buying this stock. You may have to call directly to buy this stock, and some Canadian brokers may not have the option to even buy this stock yet because it's listed in America. So what we're doing is we're actually talking to the company about getting listed in Canada and seeing if there are other alternatives for investors in Canada and internationally to get into the stock. In fact, one of the focuses for Tan Tran, the CEO of Vemanti, is that they find solutions for small businesses to gain access to capital in Vietnam. This is the focus of this company, okay? They are trying to focus on providing financial solutions for people in Vietnam and giving people in Vietnam the opportunity to buy and sell stocks, which they don't have the option to do. We drive growth through acquisition and investment in disruptive and foundational technologies by targeting early stage companies that have market viable products. Strategically, we focus mainly on blockchain applications combined with our emerging technology, including machine learning, AI, artificial intelligence, security, and Internet of Things, IoT. Our strategy, target innovative startups, especially companies in fintech and e-commerce sectors. Invest and develop into professional organizations, grow the revenue and market presence, increase valuation through profitability. Value proposition. We make it easier for entrepreneurs to be part of a public company and for smaller investors to penetrate opportunities in emerging technologies without going through private equity or venture capital funds. With Vemanti being a publicly traded company, anyone can now access investment opportunities in innovative startups or small companies through our portfolio with a viable exit plan. Our goal is to be a multi-asset technology holding and investment company focused on the emerging markets of blockchain-linked products and services with projected strong growth in the next few decades. We're fundamentally strong. Our team has solid Silicon Valley and M&A experience, along with extensive knowledge in creating, guiding, and growing businesses. We're post-revenue and with a clean balance sheet. So I want to get into the balance sheet. One of the key focuses for me is a strong balance sheet for a company. And one of the keys to having a strong balance sheet is having a tight float. You can see that this company right now has very little volume, only 9,621 shares so far. And when you go to security details, one of the key factors for us here on Rich TV Live is we want to identify companies with a small market cap, which is a baby market cap, and a small amount of shares in the float. So you can see here, they do have 500 million authorized, but there's only 65 million outstanding, issued outstanding, which is a very tight float, and only 8,420,000 shares actually in the float, which is one of the smallest, tightest float stocks we've talked about on our show. So I love the tight float. Tight floaters mean with a little bit of buying, we could see the stock explode, okay? Love the tight float stocks. This is something that really captures my interest, captures my imagination. And as an investor, someone that's always looking for companies that are undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed, I love these companies that are on the way up and have a tight float. So you can clearly see that this stock has gone from a penny to 37 cents. And they've been, putting out podcasts, and talking about a $30 million financing from institutional capital partners. So this is a company that's doing some big things and starting to tell their story. Okay. Here's another podcast. Let's just hear a little bit of this.
This is the Stock Day Podcast, sponsored by InvestorsHangout.com. Subscribe to us on iTunes and YouTube to stay up to date on penny stock news and interviews, public information on OTC, pink sheets, and microcap stocks from around the world. Here's your host, Everett Jolly.
On today's show, I'm bringing you a brand new company that I'm super excited to have them on the show. They came on my radar, say about 4 or 5 months ago. We're talking about Vemanti Group, Inc., trade on the OTC markets, ticker symbol VMNT. And with us today is the CEO and chairman and founder of the company, Mr. Tan Tran. Tan, welcome to the show.
Good morning, Everett.
This was the
Thank you for
first
having me.
interview they
It's a
did before
pleasure
the
to be
second
talking
one.
to you today.
Well, I'll tell you what, you came on my monitor about, like I said, 4 or 5 months ago. And I thought, I would love to have this guy on my show, explain to my listeners what you guys are doing out there in Vietnam, also in
Vietnam.
Taiwan.
There it is.
Would just give us about a 30-second overview of what the company is about, and then we'll get into the Q&A.
Well, that's actually a loaded question, Everett. It takes more than 30 seconds. But in a nutshell, what we do is that we go and find early stage post-revenue companies in the fintech sector. We make an early investment, and then we come in and get them developed, and then work on getting them additional capital so they can expand. That way, we also at the same time increase our valuation, our investment portfolio.
Understandable, and that's what I'm excited about. My first question for you is really a contorial thing. Congratulations on the new institutional partners. What a huge deal! Rarely do we see something like this on the OTC markets company. So, what's your secret? Where do we go from here?
It's no secret, actually, Everett. I wish we had one, really. It all comes down to fundamentals. Whether you're pink or NASDAQ, unless your business model is sound and solid, no institutional investor is going to give you money.
And that's it. Like, if your business is not sound and solid, nobody's giving you money. So obviously these guys are doing something right. Stock goes from a penny to 37 cents in a couple months. And you can see here on bar chart, it's 100% buy on bar chart. So I'm not making this stuff up. It's a 100% buy on bar chart with the strongest short-term outlook on maintaining the current direction. Long-term indicators fully support a continuation of this trend. So this trend has been going up, and bar chart believes that this will continue. Okay, the volume is now growing. We're now up to 15,000 shares traded so far today while we're live. And look at this past performance with this stock. Pretty impressive. So they're up 26% in the last month, 641% in the last 3 months, and 6,627% since January, February, March, April, May 26th. Since May 26th, when this was at half a penny, the stock is up 6,627%. And obviously my modus operandi is always the same: to bring you undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed opportunities before they explode. Now, I would have loved to find this at half a penny, but if you know me, I don't love penny stocks. So I probably wouldn't have been that interested in buying it at half a penny. But now that we're past that penny range and we're in the 30-cent range, now I'm looking at it like, could this go to $1? This is the way my brain thinks. And obviously bar chart believes this momentum may continue, giving them 100% buy rating and essentially saying that they believe that this trend continues. Now you can see Vemanti just now went up to 38 cents, now up 1.3%. You can see it just went up slightly. And if we go to the shorter time frame, we can just go to the 1 minute time frame. We'll be able to watch this very, very carefully and see exactly what it does today. Okay. We'll be able to watch this carefully and see exactly what it does today. And the RSI right now is actually kind of right in the middle. So it's not really telling us one way or another where this is going to go. And the MACD is kind of just going sideways right now. So just kind of trading a little bit up right now, obviously, because we're live, probably a couple people trying to nibble on it. And what I'm going to do is I want to continue to break this company down and let you know why I think this company has a chance to be something potentially really big, okay? Because they're doing something different. They're doing something unique. They are focused on the market in Vietnam. I don't know too many other public companies doing this. So let's talk about what they're doing in Vietnam specifically. So they've got a technology focus. Blockchain technology is the biggest innovation after the internet. I agree with that. And I'm a huge fan of blockchain technology, and I'm a massive fan of Bitcoin. The technology is projected to go mainstream in the very near future. It's essentially starting to go mainstream right now. The search for blockchain has increased by 1,900% since 2013 on Google. Entrepreneurs, startup companies, investors, fintech companies, industries, and governments have identified blockchain as a revolutionary technology. Many startups across the globe are building applications using blockchain technology. Key advantages of blockchain technology include security, decentralized data, information validation, user empowerment, transparency, and reduced process time. At Vemanti, we see blockchain as a fundamental technology, and thus had made it our strategic technology focus in our investment and acquisition plans. What is our sector focus? The greatest impact of blockchain will be seen in the financial service industry. 100%. The biggest difference with blockchain allows us to send money instantly anywhere in the world. That is the biggest advantage of blockchain. It gives us the ability to send money anywhere in the world to anyone who has a wallet, a blockchain wallet that can send and receive, let's say, Bitcoin. If you want to send Bitcoin, you can send and receive Bitcoin. For example, yesterday I threw out a bonus with our trading academy. One of our members received a $200 Bitcoin bonus from me. He just gives me his Bitcoin wallet address, which is like sending an email. I take that Bitcoin wallet address, I send it, he receives it. He doesn't even need a wallet. He doesn't even need a bank account. You can be unbankable and you can receive cryptocurrencies. This, in my opinion, is the future of money transfer. This is the future of financial instruments. This is the future of sending money to people all over the world. And essentially, the amount of people that are unbankable is in the billions. Essentially, billions of people all over the world don't have bank accounts. But imagine if we could change the game and still send money to our friends and family all over the world that don't qualify for a bank account. That's called what, in my opinion, is a game changer. And that's what the blockchain is doing. They're changing the game. That's what Bitcoin's doing. It is changing the game. And I am knee deep in cryptocurrency. And you're going to see me talking more and more and more about cryptocurrency, blockchain, and blockchain technology as we continue to evolve as a community. Many financial institutions have started implementing blockchain technology to make transactions easier and more secure. Our objective as a company is to get involved in the technology with a focus on the financial technology fintech sector, where consumer to consumer, business to consumer, and business to business transactions can be conducted via cryptocurrency, a decentralized monetary medium. E-commerce companies also see blockchain as a USP, unique selling point, and an opportunity to maintain secure digital records and improve the traceability of the goods and services that they sell. Once a transaction is on the blockchain, it's on the blockchain for life. So used properly, it can be a game changer for all businesses. We strongly believe fintech and e-commerce innovations will reshape the world with blockchain as the foundation in the coming years, and have focused on making companies in the sector our targets, investment targets. Early stage companies with disruptive blockchain-based innovations with an emphasis on fintech and e-commerce solutions. If you've been watching Rich TV Live, you know that I love early stage companies. You know that I love disruptive technologies. You know that I love blockchain-based innovations. You know that I love fintech and e-commerce solutions. So this company takes everything that I like and they roll it into one. This is the type of company that I would love for our community to work with for a very long time. And if you're a private company looking to go public, you need to consider contacting Vemanti, because they're looking for blockchain technology. They're looking for trading exchanges to acquire. They're looking for gold mines to acquire. If you're a gold mine and you're looking to sell a gold mine, Vemanti may be interested in your gold mine. This is a company I think has enormous upside. How you doing, Mark? I'm doing great, brother. How are you, man? You position yourself in Vemanti. I hope you win big, buddy. Thank you for trusting me, guys. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate your support. It means everything. This is the Vemanti investment strategy. Potential targets must meet our criteria of people, innovation, technology, and scalability. Targets must fit our investment, development, integration, and value strategy. Capital and management expertise injection are part of our growth strategy. So you can see their investment strategy, how even the public can invest. The people, even the people will have the opportunity to invest in this investment strategy, which is what I love, giving the people a chance to invest in small businesses. So let's take a look at their unique advantage. This is something that really caught my attention. Now let's quickly look at the stock. The stock actually just fallen now 2% at 36.5 cents, which might be a buying opportunity. Remember, we love to buy the dips, sell the rips. So if you're looking at this and you're looking to position yourself, well, 36.5 is better than buying at 37, right? So as an investor, you're always looking to buy as low as humanly possible. When I go live, don't immediately just buy a stock just because I'm live. Watch it. Take a look at it. See how it's trading. And if you like the stock, bid for it. Bid for it and try to buy it at the lowest price possible. That's how you give yourself the best chance to succeed. Okay. And just sit on the bid and soak it up at the lowest possible price. And then if the stock explodes and you see upside, then you should always be considering taking your profit. That is the rich system. That's how I trade. That's how I teach our members to trade. I teach our members to sit on the bid of a company they like, support it, buy it cheap. If it ever dips, you buy it. And then when it rips, if you like the price point and you like the opportunity to get it at that price, sell and take your profit. Now, if you really like that company and you want to get in again, go back, sit on the bid, buy it again. And then if it rips again, you can sell it again. And if a stock is consistently going up, like Vemanti Group has been from half a penny to 36.5 cents, all you really need to do is just keep buying the dips, selling the rips, buying the dips, selling the rips, buying the dips, selling the rips. And if you do that over time, you give yourself a chance to win big, very, very big. Even on one stock, if you do it properly, you can win very, very big. Okay. So this is their unique advantage. And this is something that I really like. Companies need a niche. They need to be authentic. They need to be unique. Check out NWBO. You should do a video on them. Hey, thank you for the pick. I'll take a look at it. Mark Reed says, well, the order didn't go through. I really like this company. Vietnam is a silent beast. Well, if you get a chance to buy it lower and you're interested in buying, try to buy it lower, brother. No use buying at 38 if you can get in at 36.5, right? So the whole goal here as investors, we want to get in as low as humanly possible. The lower, the better. So let's talk about the focus on Vietnam and why Vietnam could potentially be a massive market. Vietnam, the new China, is our go-to source for blockchain, talent, and opportunities. Increasing blockchain activity there has produced a large pool of talented developers and entrepreneurs. So there's a large focus of blockchain already in Vietnam, thus the focus on Vietnam. We have extensive relationships with the blockchain and cryptocurrency developer community in Vietnam. They've been making the leap towards Bitcoin adoption and the use of its core technology for quite some time, with many innovative projects on a global scale in the works. The traction and accomplishments. In 2018, we made an investment into eLoan. This is where they get into the business of lending in Vietnam. The market-leading SME-focused P2P lending platform in Vietnam. Imagine a lending platform for small business entrepreneurs, SMEs, okay? with a focus on P2P, person-to-person lending platform in Vietnam. We hold 20% in FVN Findit, the parent company of eLoan. eLoan was launched in late 2017 with a clear mission to make credit more simple and investing more rewarding. eLoan has disbursed over 15 million in loans since inception, on track to finish with 20 million this year alone. eLoan has secured 30 million in non-dilutive financing from 2 US institutional investors, which would allow 50 million in disbursement by end of 2021 for eLoan to maintain its market position. Now you ask, why Vietnam? Now let's get into it. When I started looking into this initially, I wasn't sure about Vietnam either, but then after looking into this and reading about it, I was quite impressed with the upside and the size of Vietnam. I did not know Vietnam had so much potential. Deemed Asia's next tiger, the country ranks among the world's fastest growing economies. Its GDP, gross domestic product, growth since 1990 is second only to China. Wow, that's impressive. And on track to become one of the world's biggest economies by 2050. See, I didn't know that. It's big and underserved by US-based venture capital firms. Vietnam has 98 million people, more than California, New York, and Florida combined. When you think about that, that's massive. And nearly 50 million of them are on the internet. Almost 50% of their population is on the internet. With a young and well-educated workforce, Vietnam offers plenty affordable tech talent at 70 to 90% cheaper than the US. Potential to be Silicon Valley of Asia. Epic. It's already a preferred outsourcing destination for global firms. Vietnam's emerging tech startups are making it a priority to adopt blockchain technology and our use of cryptocurrency to produce brilliant fintech and e-commerce global solutions. With our ground level relationships, we're well positioned to engage with them early. This is the team. I am very impressed with Tan Tran, the chairman and CEO. I've spoken to Tan twice, last week and early this week, yesterday actually, and I was very impressed with Tan. This is a man who really wants to build a successful business, and he wants to see his company grow to be 30 times bigger than where it is today. And that's not an exaggeration. The goal for Tan is a $10 stock, and the goal for Tan is to see the company generating tens of millions of dollars a year in revenue. That's impressive. Considering we're sitting at 36.5 cents, if Tan is able to achieve his goal of getting this company to $10, that means that we've got ourselves a huge opportunity here for Vemanti Group, okay? Now, obviously, that's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in a day. It's not going to happen right away. It's going to take time. But if that's the CEO's goal, and we're still a long ways away, in my opinion, that means we have incredible upside, enormous upside, okay? You want to get in contact with Vemanti Group, here's their details. That's their PowerPoint presentation. Here's their FVN Vietnam's market-leading SME financial P2P platform, one of their subsidiaries. You can learn about them here. We're not going to just be redundant saying the same things over and over, but you can see some of the basic information about the subsidiary. You can see their vision, mission, and values. We aim to be the leading technology-driven lending and borrowing marketplace in the emerging market of Vietnam, connecting global investors to local borrowers with simplicity at a scale. So imagine you can be an investor anywhere in the world. I can be an investor in Canada, and I can lend money to a small business in Vietnam. This is what they're doing. And I think it's niche, and I think it's something that we need to talk about before everybody knows. We need to be the first to know. Mission, we're dedicated to making investing in loans as common as investing in stocks, ETFs, real estate, or any other major asset class, and borrowing as simple as when and how much. Values, trustworthiness, impactful, ethics, professionalism, innovation, human-led, and data-driven. Look at the market focus. Vietnam ranks among the world's fastest growing economies. It has more people once again than Germany, UK, France, Australia, and Canada. Not going to get redundant with some of the different things that have been talked about. The Asian Development Bank forecasts Vietnam's economic growth at 6.9% in 2019 and 6.8% in 2020. Its economy is projected to surpass Australia, Spain, Canada, and Italy by 2050. That is epic. Political stability, low valuations, low costs, and increasing flows of capital. Over the last 5 years, more than 100 billion of direct foreign investment, FDI, has flowed to Vietnam, with 38.2 billion USD in 2019. That's pretty impressive. You got videos for me? Medicine all the way. Hey, I appreciate you, Alvin. Thank you so much, man. So what is the problem? Small and medium-sized SMEs, small to medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, play a major role in Vietnam's economy, accounting for 98% of all enterprises, more than 41% of GDP, 261.637 billion nominal 2019 estimate, and over 50% of employment. Access to credit is the biggest challenge for businesses. 70% of the SMEs in Vietnam don't have access to proper financing. Banks regard loans to SMEs as too risky relative to high transaction costs, and approval process takes 1 to 2 months. Banks providing commercial loans prefer to allocate the resources to larger firms rather than SMEs. No easy way for businesses. Most resort to friends, family, or shadow banking for short-term financing. Growing an export-driven economy means SMEs face longer AR cycles, often up to 90 days, and desperately need working capital, especially right now with the world the way it is. So this is their solution. So the investor selects a company to lend to, e-loan. The SME or the borrower pay a 3 to 5% transaction fee upfront. The SME receives the working capital, and then they pay back the capital with principal and interest. Seems simple. Our P2P platform matches investors with borrowers, allowing anyone to provide short-term working capital directly to the SMEs in Vietnam. Enables businesses to borrow without the use of traditional lenders and banks. Fast and easy for SMEs to get short-term working capital. So they don't need a credit check. They don't need a credit check. Simple for small investors to participate, and better returns than with banks at 15 to 20%. So, I mean, that's something I'm going to verify, the credit check. I'm sure I'll speak to Tan about that. I'm not 100% sure if they do a credit check. I haven't read about it, but I'm assuming when you're not using banks, you're almost operating as a B lender. They may do credit checks. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm assuming that they're going to make it easier for small business enterprises, small and medium-sized business enterprises to receive funding. So this is the business model. You can see the borrowers, e-commerce businesses, textiles, manufacturing, food, logistics, and storage. That's small, medium-sized enterprises. And who are the lenders? Individuals like you and me, collectives, institutions, impact funds, who are going to put money into e-loan because they want that 3 to 5% return. Borrowers apply for a loan online. We evaluate the application and set terms, interest rate, fee, collateral, tenor, etc. Once approved, the loans are listed on our marketplace. Lenders are free to select the loan to invest in. Borrowers pay us an upfront originated fee of 3 to 5% once the loan is funded. So when you're making a loan, you're getting 3 to 5% on your money upfront. Lenders receive monthly interest plus bullet payments. So you're getting 3 to 5% upfront, then you're getting monthly interest plus bullet payments. This might be a very good opportunity for small investors, people like me and you that are just looking for a way to make a little bit more money on our money, more than what the banks pay us. Value proposition for borrowers, speed for investors, no interest rate risk for borrowers, simplicity for investors, transparency for borrowers, competitive rates for investors, high returns. So you got the opportunity as an investor to make really high returns on your interest, kind of like what B lenders do. So let's take a look at the market size and numbers. So you can see the market size is astronomical. So there is huge room for growth here. Massive, massive room for growth. So take a look at this. 600,000 small to medium-sized enterprises in Vietnam, and 70% without access to traditional credit. That is a huge percentage of the market. 21 billion USD, 70% without access to traditional credit. 168,000 SMEs in HCMC without credit access, which is 8.4 billion USD. So there is a huge market for this and a huge need. SMEs play a big part of Vietnam's economy and account for 41% of the 261 billion GDP. That's massive. That's almost half of the entire country's GDP. And they're not getting access to capital. This is a huge solution for these people, and why I think this could be a game changer. 600,000 registered SMEs, with the number growing 100,000 per year. Number expected to grow with increased exports. About 98% of total number of registered businesses and 50% of total employment. So what's the sales and marketing strategy? Direct and target social media marketing, as 63% of Vietnam's population is on Facebook. 59 million people as of 2018. Google AdWords, SEO and social channels, sponsorship and business events to improve engagement. This is a sponsored ad, and we are interested in working with Vemanti Group for a long time because I want to help build this niche market. I think it's huge, and I want to tell the story. And the more we can tell this story, more people we can help, the bigger awareness we can create for Vemanti. As you can see, the stock is now back to 38 cents and traded 25,000 shares and is up slightly as we are talking about the company. So they are going up slightly, up 1.3%, and traded 25,000 shares while we are live. The symbol is VMNT in America, and some Canadians are able to buy it, but I heard you need to actually physically call in to put in your trades in some brokers. You're up already on VMNT? David Modell says, this looks good for a long-term investment. How you doing, David? Been a long time, brother. Rich X Millennium says, looks good. I've been holding shares in VMNT for some time. Like the new eyes. Thank you, Rich TV. Hey, my pleasure. Glad that you're doing well on VMNT, and I hope you continue to. Wilda says CBBT is up 59%. Not bad for a sub-penny stock. Rich X Millennium says, dang, man, love your work ethic. Rich TV, do you got some good due diligence? Yeah, just looking for companies that are undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed. And now the companies are looking for us, right? Now the companies are starting to look for us. And as we evolve and our community grows and we become more powerful and an international global investing community, more and more companies like Vemanti Group that are raising money, that are changing the world, are going to be outsourcing us to tell their story. And we're going to work together to hopefully buy low and sell high and support these deals as they grow. We can give you lists of winners, one after another, that have been successful for our community, and they all have something in common: tight floats, strong management, hot sectors, and an understanding of how to build the balance sheet, how to have little to no debt, and how to have revenue that is growing and future revenue growth. This is something we look for in almost every single company we talk about. If there isn't the opportunity for future revenue growth, if there isn't an opportunity to grow the company, if there isn't a tight share structure and a focus on keeping the share structure tight, then we're not as interested in the company. But if the company has a tight share structure, if the company is in a hot sector, if the company is growing the revenues, then those are the companies that we really want to sink our teeth into. And we're looking for our community to position themselves in low. And when they see profits, take profits. And that's really our trading strategy. Awilda says, just scooped up some VMNT. Thanks, bro. Hey, my pleasure. I hope you win big. I really hope you guys win big. All I want is for you guys to win. That's all I want. And this is a stock that's gone from half a penny to 38 cents. It's up 6,000%. I'm not making this stuff up, right? You just bought some? Nice. I hope you win big. In on just the starter, bidding for more. I love the share structure and financials. Mark Reed says, fire pick rich, you've done it again. We're just looking for winners. We're looking for companies that are undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed. That is our modus operandi. And we will continue to focus on finding undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed companies before anybody on the planet. And if you're a public company and you're looking for exposure, you need to get in contact with me, okay? So we can help you get on the map. That's what we've done for so many companies, and that's what we're going to continue to do. And even before I go live and I talk about these companies, I do the research. And I researched this company in a lot of detail before I even brought it to our community, because I felt like this is a company that I needed to learn more about before I could even talk about it confidently. And because I don't know much about Vietnam. But now I've learned a lot more about Vietnam, and I'm excited about the potential of that marketplace. I had no idea that Vietnam had so much potential. Now I'm going to be looking for businesses that want to move into Vietnam. You can see the competitive landscape. E-loan is just on another level. Fast application. They'll do up to a $250,000 loan, trade receivables, SME focused, and peer-to-peer. This is the competitive advantage and traction. First mover and market leading P2P lending company, focusing purely on serving SME clients with short-term loans. A professional team with 50 plus years of combined banking experience and a strong commitment towards bringing reliable, professional, friendly, and fast financial services to the SMEs, proprietary decision-making and credit rating system catering to the SMEs. So you can see here so far, 320 plus business loans, 80% returning customers, that's very high, 15 plus million in total disbursements, and the average loan disbursement right now is $45,000. It's a pretty good size loan. You can see customer testimonials. So what do some of the customers think? This is Quan, General Director of AD Company. Having liquid working capital is always a challenge for a growing business like ours, especially with demanding customer receivable terms. When first introduced to eLoan by a friend, I was a bit skeptical. However, I've come to fully appreciate how their service has helped our business. It is rare to come across this kind of commitment and professionalism. I'm very pleased with having done business with eLoan. Very, very positive testimonial. I'm not going to go through all of it, but you guys can learn more about this company on their website. Just search Vemanti, Vemanti.com. Just go to Vemanti, Vemanti. Vemanti.com is their website. And do your due diligence, do your research. And I'd love to know your opinion on this company. Do you like it? Are you interested in it? Are you buying this stock? Do you see the potential? I don't see any other companies raising money for Vietnam. I don't. I think it's a huge niche market. We're talking about 98 million people and providing loans for small businesses. I think it's brilliant. I love blockchain. I love blockchain technology. And I love the focus here of helping small businesses. I see enormous growth potential for this company. And when I speak to the CEO and he tells me that he wants it to be a $10 stock, this is a stock that's already gone from, let's not forget, half a penny, right? Let's look at the 6-month chart. Half a penny to now 38 cents, up 2% today while we're live. And I believe that this story is just getting started because nobody knows. I didn't know. I didn't know anything about this company until I started doing my research. So if I don't know anything about this company, volume now at 26,000 shares, if I didn't know anything about this company, how many other people are just learning about this company today for the very first time? So think about the possibilities of where this company could go. And like I said to you, if you're a blockchain technology company that's private that wants to go public, get in contact with me. I will put you in contact with the CEO. He's looking for blockchain technologies, cryptocurrency exchanges to acquire. If you're a mining company and you've got a gold mine and you're looking to sell it, get in contact with me. They're looking to acquire a gold mine. These guys are looking to do some big things, okay? And I love that when I'm speaking to a CEO and he says, yeah, I'd be interested in a gold mine. Yeah, I'd be interested in another cryptocurrency exchange. I'm like, wow, that's pretty massive. Okay, well, we're talking to cryptocurrency exchanges. I'll be talking to a gold mine in a couple hours. So a company with a gold mine in a couple hours. So it's a beautiful thing when you've got all these companies and you've got the ability to put them together. That's special. And that's kind of where we're at now. So pretty excited about the future of where we're at and where we're going right now, guys. I'm not going to lie. So I'm going to continue to do more research. I'm going to continue to do more due diligence. If I find out any more about this company, I will bring it to you guys. But from what I see right now, you can see the management team. I'm very impressed. I'm going to do some more research on some of the other management team. But from what I see right now, I'm extremely impressed with VMNT. Business funding simplified. I think it's a game changer, definitely for people in Vietnam that are small business owners, small to medium-sized business owners. And you can read the news on their 30 million financing for e-loan and how they seek to advance its market-leading position in Vietnam. So big focus on Vietnam and helping small businesses. Love to know what you think. If you like this video, please smash the like button. Comment down below, share the video everywhere so people all over the world can learn about Vemanti Group. I'm going to continue to learn a little bit more. I'm going to listen to this podcast.
Welcome to the Vemanti Group Incorporated.
If you guys want to listen to this podcast, it's on Small Cap Voice. If you have any questions for me, email me, message me. If you like this video, comment down below, share the video everywhere. And message me if you have any questions, richtvlive@gmail.com. I'm going to continue to listen to more about this company, continue to dive in. Thank you guys for watching. And like I said, if I find out any more information, I'm going to bring it to you first. And stay tuned. I will have the CEO, Tan Tran, on our show soon. We're working it out, working out a schedule. I'll let you know when. In the meantime, I'm going to continue watching the stock and I'm going to continue to learn more about this company, listening to this podcast now on smallcapvoice.com. Thank you guys for watching. If you're not winning, you're not watching. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live, bringing you Vemanti Group, VMNT in America. Thank you guys for watching.
The counter exchange under the ticker symbol VMNT.
Continue doing your research, do your due diligence. I want to know what you think. This is Rich from Rich TV Live, bringing you Vemanti Group, and I'm out.
Forward-looking statements within the meaning of Section 27A of the Securities Act of 1933, as amended,
and Section 21E of the Securities Exchange Act of 1934, as amended. Those statements include the intent, belief, or current expectations of the company and its management team. Forward-looking statements are projections of events, revenues, income, future economics, research, development, reformulation, product performance, or management's plans and objectives for future operations. Some or
You can
all
see
of
what
the
they invest
events
in.
or results anticipated by these forward-looking statements may not occur. Prospective investors are cautioned that any such forward-looking statements are not guarantees of future performance and involve risk and uncertainties that actual results may differ materially from those
You
projected
can follow them on
in
Facebook.
the forward-looking statements as a result of various factors. Accomplishing the strategy described herein is significantly
You're going
dependent
to follow
upon
them
numerous
on
factors,
LinkedIn.
many that are not in management's control. With that, let me welcome Tan Tran, CEO of
Okay, guys,
Vemanti
I'm going to
Group.
listen to
Tan,
this.
welcome
I'll
to the
talk to you
call.
guys soon. And look, the stock's
Thank
at
you,
39
Stuart.
cents.
It's good to be
Surprise,
talking to you
surprise.
again.
Stock is up
With that
4%
talk.
and at 39
Before we
cents.
get started, though,
I think it's just getting started, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you're not winning, you're not watching. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live, bringing you Vemanti Group up 4% at 39 cents. And I'm out.
And the same goes for you
Peace.
and your family store. For us, I'm happy to say that our company is doing well, and we have been actually